Hi everybody and welcome to my review of the Samsung Galaxy Note 9. It has been about a week and 4 days, not quite 2 weeks, but I wanted to put this out because I did say I was going to do like a 48-hour review period, but that didn't happen. Been super busy, so this is the day I went for it. Got the ocean blue with the yellow S Pen. New tech in there. Got a little battery. Got some button clicking. Single click for camera shutter. Double to reverse from front facing to rear facing. Play music, pause music, skip video, etc. It's an open to development by a third party, so you'll be able to use that button for a lot of different things. The S Pen functionality still works even if the battery inside is dead, but you simply just pop it inside the device for 40 seconds and you get a full charge out of it. So all those extra features will work for 30 minutes. Let's see. Got my Tech 21 case here. I'm always been a huge fan of the Evo Check. I literally have one for all the iPhones I've had for the last 5 years or something. So if you're into a very simple, slightly grippy, so it's not like with glass phones, which the last dozen phones that have come out, not dozen, half a dozen have been slippery glass casings. So this is a slightly grippy case. It's got these ribs inside, so drops it protects it up to I think 10 feet. They say most drops happen as it's going into your pocket or coming out of your pocket, so that's about 3 to 4 feet, give or take. So performance so far has been amazing. Yeah, you use the S Pen to start, but with my job at Costco, I seem to need to take notes on product item numbers and stuff. So instead of cluttering my photo gallery with pictures of item numbers, I can just go out there, write the item number down, and then come up front and delete it afterwards. So that's a big plus. Let's unlock it really quick. There we go. You can see I started using, when I first got this phone, I used all the Samsung apps and stuff like that just because that's the way I wanted to do it. I've slowly moved my way over to the Google apps, specifically Google Messages. With my iPad, I love texting with my iPhone, leaving my phone on the bed and being in the living room and texting and stuff like that right from the iPad. Well, they have a kind of workaround on that. It's called Google Messages. Now that is an app. It's their text messaging app, but they have Google Messaging on web or something like that. So anywhere you can get a web page through Google Chrome specifically is obviously the most optimized. You can send a text. So I have it on this iPad right here, and I can send text and stuff like that from my computer or from here, and I can see when I get a text. So I just actually had this great thought of having Google Messages on my computer while I'm in VR. I can actually see when a text message comes through. I don't get them that often. I get more Discord messages these days, but you never know. Love having that notification light back. It's a huge plus. Still have issues with the whole optical reader for my face. I can't even think of that. The retina stuff with the glasses, it always messes up. So I always use the fingerprint or my pen. That just seems to be the fastest without having to take off my glasses all the time. Let's go around the device. We got the headphone jack, USB-C, microphone 1, downward facing speaker, S Pen, power button slightly raised, so when the phone is in your hand, I remember on the 8 when you put your thumb here and you're resting it in your hand, you always press, your thumb was resting on the power button, so they moved it up a little bit. You got the second microphone for noise cancellation, SD card and SIM reader, up to 512, which hasn't been released yet, but when it does, it'll take it. I forgot this before. We got the front 8 megapixel camera and the front facing speaker, which gives you Dolby Atmos, which is pretty good for a phone. It sounds good, full, a little bit of bass. Bigsby button down here, volume rocker right there. That's all the stuff on the side. You can see the antenna bars here and here, slightly grainy, but they're like I want to say like a grayish blue, which is cool. They kind of blend in. On the back side, ocean blue, as I said. Information don't really care about. The Galaxy Note 9, Samsung, and then there is that wonderful fingerprint reader. They moved it down from right next to the camera over here to a more general center position, more natural to press. You got the heart rate sensor, flash, dual aperture camera, and the second telescopic lens. So when it's in my hand, boom, I'll turn it off. Boom. That's how fast it unlocks with your fingerprint. Love it. Let's see, a lot of social media, Google Maps, Netflix, Facebook Messenger, YouTube. Android Auto is amazing for someone that doesn't have navigation. If you have a mount in your car, you can literally play your music, navigate right from your phone. I haven't really used a lot of the dual apps because I know you can split screen applications. I more just used Android Auto. And then AltSpace, PAX is just ending. DJI MOBA 2 camera mount application, haven't really used it that much. We'll see if I hold on to it or not. Apple Music subscription still, so I downloaded Apple Music. Love it. Battery life, I get out of work and I still have 50% of battery easily. I can pull it out of my pocket and start using it like normal, and I don't have to worry that the battery's just going to drain in the next like 30 minutes. With my iPhone, I'd get out of work and I'd have like 50 to 40% battery. And then you really start using your phone and the battery just dies. Let's see. On-screen time with battery, I honestly haven't checked to see what the on-screen time is. I've heard 5 to 6 hours, which is amazing. But I do a lot of YouTube videos that are just audio, and I have YouTube Premiere, I think. So I can play music and not have to watch the video, and it saves battery and all that. I don't think there's much more. Definitely noticed a speed increase on the device. Definitely noticed a speed increase on T-Mobile because it has the Snapdragon 845, which has the Snapdragon, the Qualcomm Snapdragon LTE modem, which in the iPhone for T-Mobile, the iPhone X, it has the Intel chip, which is a little bit slower on the throughput, so I've definitely noticed. And the iPhone 10 is last generation, so we won't really know until next week or the week after when they announce the new iPhone, supposedly the iPhone XS, the iPhone XS, which is going to have the bigger screen size. It's still going to have an Intel chip, so we'll see on the speed test there when I get it, etc. I guess we're really reviewing this specific unit. We can't really compare it against last year's technology, so we really just have to wait 2 to 3 weeks before we can give it the full comparison to the new tech. I specifically keep using my Apple Watch with my iPhone. Remember, it's on a T-Mobile One digits line, so I'm sharing the phone number between 2 devices, so I can still get all my health and notifications of third-party apps on my watch, even though it's not compatible directly with any Android stuff. But I think that kind of puts everything that I wanted to out there, so you guys have a pretty well understanding. I'm using Samsung Experience, aka Samsung TouchWiz. I thoroughly enjoy it still. I tried the Samsung Galaxy Watch, and I felt like it's the exact same with minor upgrades from the S3 Frontier. So if you're looking to get one and you don't want to spend the full $300, find a really good deal on the S3 Frontier or the Classic, and you'll have practically the same thing, if not a little bit more space. I feel like the Galaxy Watch only has about 4 gigs of available hard drive, and I think that the S3 has 8, so you have a little bit more backup space for music and stuff. And it's still water resistant. This is awesome. I actually put it in water to test it. Specifically, I put it in my sink. I put it in my tub. The tub has more water capacity, and the music and video still kept playing, which is awesome. So it's still sealed in all different areas, especially that S Pen area. The S Pen was actually out of the device, so I made sure that it was awesomely like that. One thing I like with Oreo, which I don't think it was on anything previously, is that you can rotate on the home screen now. That's something that's only available on the iPhone Plus models, like the S Plus or 8 Plus. This is something that's nice when it's on the mount. You can click buttons still. That's just a side note. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks again. Catch me in the next video, probably about iPhones or the month after with the Note 9. All right, have a good day. Bye.